What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Thank you for tuning in. Welcome back to the Crypto Remora. This is our Thursday. No, it's not Thursday. It's Monday morning. It's our Monday live stream. Thank you for being here, guys. My name is Wes, and I'm with, as always, Siri Crypto. What's up, Siri? How you doing?
I'm doing good, brother. Monday morning managers meeting.
I think your microphone is off. It sounds like.
No, dude, you know what it is?
It sounds like it's coming through your computer. Like I can hear you. It just sounds like it's coming through your computer.
No. What it is, this is a Bob Heil mic. Bob Heil is the guy that invented the talk box on the guitar that Peter Frampton made. It's like, do you feel like I do? That guy that made that cool invention
yeah.
made this microphone, and for some reason it sounds great through a PA, but through my interface it has this weird muffled sound, almost like someone's got their hand over it. That's what it's got. That's just the way the mic is on this mic.
So if you cover up the microphone, cut it off and then speak real quick. I just want to see something.
Cut it off? You mean
cut the actual microphone off?
Well, if I do that, you won't hear nothing.
No, right here. Because it sounds like I would sound like through my computer.
All right, hold on. Wait, cut the mic on right where? What are you talking about?
Like on the actual microphone.
Oh, I don't have that on this. This is not one of those. This isn't a switch like on that mic. Okay. Believe it or not, this microphone cost fucking $250. This is not a cheap mic. The thing is, it for whatever reason through the interface, it just
that's weird.
It doesn't sound. I agree with you. It does not sound that great, and it kind of pisses me off because I paid a lot of money for this mic. But yeah, it's just the way the mic sounds, man. As long as you can hear me, I can switch it out with one of my Shure SM58s.
Yeah, I can definitely hear you. I don't know. It sounds like it's coming from the computer mic and not any microphone here.
Well, I wonder. I better not be coming through the camera.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It sounds like you're coming through the camera app.
Hold on a sec, guys.
And not like a microphone.
Okay, hold on, because
just tap on the microphone head right there. I want to see if I can hear it before you go. Yeah, see, I can't hear that. Well, you have it off now, so maybe it is that. I don't know.
Can you hear that?
Yeah, that's the microphone. Okay, yeah, there you go.
Sound better?
Yes. Now you sound like you're using a microphone. All right, cool.
Glad you did that. Sorry about that, man.
Yeah, I was gonna leave it alone because you were telling me what it was, and I'm like, I don't know, man.
Didn't sound like. See, you're getting good, brother. You're learning. You're learning your gear. You're learning your production gear, man. That's awesome. Hey, real quick before we get into stuff, I wanna bring something up real quick.
Let's just wrap the show up in 5 words. It's all over, guys. It's all over.
Well, that's I was officially gonna put in my 2 weeks
Enjoy
notice.
Your day.
For everybody officially.
Go ahead, man.
We're done. Bull run's done. I think Wes is right.
That's it.
No, but dude,
it was fun.
All BS aside, last night I put out an emergency market update just because I was up and I was awake and I was like, man, I got to do something for the Crypto Remora people out there. I want to touch base with the fans and just let them know what's going on, right? And I'm like,
right.
So I was in the crypto Twitter spaces for a minute, and Dr. Bob, the head over there, he's sick, dude. He's got like COVID, like he's like not feeling good at all. But he's still streaming because he's a straight G every single day, no misses. But I dropped out for a minute so I could record the video for Crypto Remora, and then I went back into the spaces and had an amazing debate, not a debate, but like a friendly conversation with this guy named Stefan, who is a serious trader, like a big time trader for 6 years or more. And we were talking about the top, and we were talking about, remember how me and you were talking about the delayed cycle theory that I brought up last week?
You were talking about delayed
cycle. I was.
Yeah.
It's my theory. It's my
your theory. Yeah.
But it's funny because he is into Elliott waves like you, right? So he was telling me his ABC correction should be coming in February. And he says, with his Fibonacci levels and his Elliott wave theory, that 122 is the top and that we're going to correct after that. And he thinks, from what I gather, the conversation, literally it's all over after that top. And I said, that's really what you're getting from the Elliott waves like that. I don't see that. Right. Okay. So I kind of,
dude.
I very friendly disagreed, and I stuck to my guns about my 275. But I did say I agree. I agreed with him about dropping after we go to 122. But I was just talking about how we possibly go down to the CME gap after that.
Yeah.
But now that we've dropped, dude, now that we've dropped,
I'm excited for today. Everybody is talking about the CME gap, and rightfully so. There is a gap.
Now they're talking about it.
Yeah, well, they've been talking about it for 3 months now. I mean, this thing's been there, hanging over everybody's head for the last 3 months.
Been talking about it. Been talking about it.
Yeah, there's a CME gap down there, guys, and everybody's talking about it. Everybody's saying 70K and all these fucking crazy numbers, right? We literally told you last week. We said 75%, 98 holds, 100%. 90, 92 holds. And look what's happened, dude. We've dropped down to 91, and we are already back above 98. We're looking at 99 right now, dude. I don't know if you've seen the price here lately, but Bitcoin has bounced. That super bullish candle that we saw last week is doing it again right now, dude. Dropped down to 91. If I thought that candle last week was bullish as fuck, which it is, retesting that resistance, like, dude, the candle that we got today, we'll see where it closes, but man, it's bullish as hell, man.
Well, hold on a second. Hold on just a second, because this was also a call that was made in the spaces by Dr. Bob himself. He said what he thought would happen today was we did. You're right. Crypto Remora called 98 to 92K. I said we'd get a bounce.
I said 90 to 92. Well, if we go down to 90, 92, we're gonna hold 100%, and that's exactly what's happened.
And we did, and we bounced at 92.4 is the 91 candle.
91.2.
Well, that's what I got on. That's what I got on CoinGecko. 92.4. We bounced at 92.4. We came up to about 95,000 last night. And right now we're sitting at 98,700. So we're not we're not above the 98K range till you hit 99 technically. But
we need to get back above 100.
We do.
Is what we need to do.
we do. But this is what Dr. Bob said last night on Crypto Twitter. He said, what I think you see tomorrow is 92 to 98K chop. In other words, chainsaw move up, chainsaw move down to wreck traders. And it's too early in the day to say he's wrong. I mean, look what's happening. That's a massive move from 92 to 98,000. If you would have put a long in there and used some leverage, bro, you would have killed it. Like from 92 to 98. So now we're at 98.7. Now we're at 98.8 ish. So like you said, the candle's not over yet. So we could chop in this range. We might not be above 100K today.
Yeah, there is a spot that we're looking at right now that is a pretty high volume area, man. When we came up into this range where we're at right now, remember those two blue lines that I had highlighted on the chart? We're sitting right at that top blue line where we have spent most of our time in this zone, which is around 96, 98. Like that is where we've spent most of our time here. And you'll see it. Well, you'll see it when we pull it up on the charts, man. We're ranging, dude. We're ranging, man. Like, you know what I mean? We did call for some targets last week, and I was way off. I thought we were going to be upwards towards, new all-time highs. Nobody expected the trade war shit, man. This stuff is really hurting a lot of people. We've broken records on liquidations. We've broken records on how fast we've fallen. I mean, this is just one of those things, man, that you really don't see unless you really have your finger on the pulse. And I didn't see this coming when we were making our predictions. But I'll tell you what, 98,000, I'm okay, dude. Like, if we're at 98,000 right now, I'm good. As long as we stay above that 90 to 92, I'm good, dude.
Yeah,
I am good.
Yeah, I agree, but I do think we go back down to 92. I'm gonna just be straight up. I think
absolutely
we're going back down. I think we're going back down. I think we retest it. And what I was saying last night on the spaces was, I think if we hit 92, 2, 3, maybe 4 times, like in other words, if we get sent down there, or if another plane mysteriously crashes into a fucking submarine or some shit happens like that, right? 1 or 2 little things go on, and we're down there. Then I said, but I agree with you. 90K is exactly what I said on Spaces. I said, don't short at 92. If we go below, if we hit 91, don't take and say, well, Sierra, you said we were going to the CME gap. No, what I'm saying is if we drop below 92, keep an eye on 90,000. If we crack below 90,000 and shit's going crazy,
we've got one more little range there, dude.
What I'm possibly, but I think that would be enough to drop us from 90 to 80 for that CME gap. And the market makers would take advantage of it, and they'll drop that shit, and it'll be like swoop, swoop, and you'll see a V-shaped recovery, bro. And it's going to be V-shaped, but I don't know if the V takes place over a couple hours, a couple days, or a week. Because back in COVID, the COVID V-shaped recovery that I was in, I bought ETH on that V in 2020, whatever it was, 2020, early 2020. It lasted for 1 week. It was literally, you had 1 week to buy ETH down there.
Oh yeah, you can see it on the chart.
Yeah. And I bought that. I bought that dip. So I know what I'm talking about. I experienced that the feeling of the market, and I'm getting such vibes from 2020.
A lot of people are saying that.
Vibes, dude.
A lot of people are calling for that. There's a lot of people saying we just cracked 99. We're at 99,185 on TradingView. But a lot of people are calling for that, dude, that one final wipeout, dude, where we just fucking take. And look, you can see, man, we haven't. If you look at last cycle, you can see 30%, man, on average, we've dropped 30% before we continued up. And we just haven't seen that this cycle yet. You know what I mean? And I don't want to say, well, this time's different, because it's really not, dude. I mean, we have, big money whales. And if anything, that makes me a little more worried now that they're in it. But yeah, I mean, we haven't seen that yet, and it could happen. And as long as we keep that in mind, dude, as long as we keep in mind that what you think as a new person coming into the markets, what you think probably can't happen, can 100% happen. And as long as we keep that in the back of our minds, man, especially as traders, we have to keep that in the back of our minds.
So real quick, I'm just going to jump into some TA, because we're having volatile movements. Usually, guys, we talk about news and stuff before we get into charts, but when we're having exciting stuff like this going on, we'll go right into charts. Total global market cap right now, and this is every dollar sitting in crypto. If you guys are new, you don't know what this is. It's just every dollar total invested in every coin in crypto. Bitcoin, Solana, Ethereum, all your shit coins you're holding. All your wife's boyfriend's shit coins you're holding, all of them. Okay. This right here is, let's go to the 24-hour real quick. Okay. So the daily, we had a nice 3.2 heading back up to that 3.5. We're actually at 3.369. So let's see where our resistance is over here. It looks like it's at 3.361, 3.354, okay. So look, we're actually looking pretty healthy on the daily for it, because look, 3.361, your highest level is 3.4. We're sitting right at almost 4. So we do want to see us get above this 3.4 again. We don't want to see a correction here and come back down, because that means money's going to be leaving the space again. So that's going to be the level I'm watching on the daily, or for the next 2 days or so. We want to crack above $3.4 trillion. On the weekly, though, if you look at the weekly, your perspective kind of changes, because we were sitting very comfortably above 3.5 trillion. We were actually at 3.7. So now, we fell off a cliff because of all the sentiment, all the news, the tariffs, whatever the reason is, we're falling off a cliff slightly here. But like I said, on the daily, we are getting a bounce up to 3.4. I'd like to see us get above it. I'm not going to overdwell on this, but I will say, even though I'm watching 3.4, Wes, I think you would agree, 3.5 is the mega number, and then 3 trillion is the mega number down below us. So we really need to stay above 3 trillion before we go to the danger zone, and we need to get above 3.5 trillion for the big psychological, which is, almost at 4 trillion. For the bull market switch to get hit again for sentiment, we need to get above 3.5. But I'll take 3.4 on the daily if we can get above it.
I thought we dipped below 2 for a second there. No.
What are your thoughts on that, Wes? On total global?
On the total global?
Yeah. On the daily and then the weekly, because you see we're headed to 3.4. I was just saying this could be possible resistance for us on the daily. We might, this previous support-ish could flip into resistance right here. In other words, we could see some further, after we hit 3.4, we could come back down to, 3.2. But I don't think we fall below 3 trillion, dude. I think we have a lot of support around the 3 trillion level. I mean, look at this. This is 3.5. If you go to the monthly.
I thought we dipped. I don't know where I saw, but I thought we dipped to like 2.9 for a second.
On the daily?
Yeah. I could be wrong. I might have been looking at something.
It could be on a different graphic, but I don't see that on this one, but it could be. But it doesn't look like now, we're up at almost at 3.4. So, but
there was a lot of money that came out, dude.
You said 19 billion or something got wrecked. Like people got liquidated. I heard like big time. A lot of money left.
Yeah, it was so they predicted what the data could show. It was like the limits of the data could show. It was like 2 to 3 billion, but people are estimating upwards around like 8 to 10 billion in liquidations, and that's a lot of money, man. That's a lot of money. But yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, if you count it from here to here, if you counted from here to here, all the money that left the space on over the week, you had 3.7 trillion, and now you're at 3.4. So that's $300 billion that left and went somewhere temporarily. I mean, that's a lot of volume to go shoot and just leave the space. I mean, 300 billion in less than a week. That's a massive amount of money that left the space. So yeah, I agree. Is it left permanently? Is it gone forever? Hell no. I think it'll be just right back as soon as it left. It'll become, I think they're buying whatever they wanted to buy with it, and then new money will be sprinkled in. You're already seeing that right now. I mean, this huge bounce up to 98. And I kind of expected a huge bounce this morning too. I didn't think that we would get the 92 level broke on the first try. There's no way. We've got a ton of support there, guys. And that's what I said. Don't jump the gun just because I'm calling about this level. Look at all the support we've had here. This is what I wanted to show you on the 3-month. Look at this 92 level, guys. Boom, bounce. I mean, you broke below it there once, okay? 90,000. But look, 90,000 held you there. So look, 92, 93. Here's another one right here. 90 that's 97 down again, the same move. 97 down to 92 if I can get it there, or 94. But this whole line right here, you might as well say is 92. I mean, all of this action here is down at 92, 92, 92. So when you get all those bounces as support, it's going to be tough, dude. It's going to be tough for them to pull this off. It's almost going to take another helicopter. I don't even want to say it, but it's going to take something really bad, or the market's going to really have to get spooked to drop the 92 level. But again, that doesn't mean it won't happen, because look, if you could count out how many times this has happened in Bitcoin, where it does the Bart Simpson, you got a crooked Bart Simpson head here, and then you got his hair, and then boom, retrace. I don't want to say 70K, but you know, the way the world's going today, I mean, no, the CME is at 80, which is right about this notch right here. CME gap that everyone's scared of is around here, down here. So the quick wick theory is what I'm more focused on. Then I think we spring up from there. Do you agree with me that it would take almost not a black swan event or another huge event, but do you think that 92K holds for like, you know, I'm almost 70-30 that 92K holds unless we get a crazy thing. What's your percentages of that? Like, what do you think?
Oh, dude, I told you on the last live stream, 90 to 92, 100%. The reason I say 100% is because we haven't dipped down. Like every time we've tested it, we've stayed above it 100% of the time. And until something else changes, dude, like I'm going to stick with that. I think 90 to 92 is a very solid area. There's one little one right below us around like 88 or something, but 90 to 92 is extremely solid. I mean, it's the bottom level that we've had on the screen for the last 3 months. And the top level, you know, is obviously the all-time high up there. But I mean, we've had that chart on the screen for 3 months, man. It's the level that we need to stay above. I mean, that's how important it is to me. Is I haven't changed that level. It's been on the screen. You know, I've kept it on the chart the entire time because that is the level.
I agree with that, but I'm just asking you, if we get another plane crash, if we get another attack, or if we get another worldwide event, you don't think that
still ongoing, man? This is still ongoing. From what I understand, this is still ongoing, and he's not done, dude. He's talking about going after the EU next. So I do think that we're probably going to see a little bit more pain. I mean, you never know, dude. When we get these crashes like this, a lot of times that is when we break out in a massive way. And the same is true for when we break out really fast. We get overextended, and that's why we like to watch our, you know, the RSI and the MACD is because once we get overextended, it's like a rubber band, dude. The faster you pull it back, the further it's going to go. And when you're talking about these breakouts like that, a lot of times it'll come right back to a Bart Simpson, like you were just saying. Or when we crash hard like that, a lot of times we'll bounce harder. So it's really hard to say. But, I mean, I am super bullish that we did come down and retest 91, 92, and we're back up above 98. Like, that is fucking incredible. We are back up above the point of control. There's plenty of levels there, man, that, you know, Fibonacci, it's a nice Fibonacci level as well. So I'm glad to see that we're back up above it. The question is, what happens next, man? And I think that, you know, as far as our levels, like 98, now that we're back up above 98, I'm looking at 98 to hold. There was that downward sloping resistance that we flipped into support. I'm looking for that to hold now. And until we fall through those, then I'm going to start looking at 90 again. And if we fall through 90, I'm going to look at 88. If we fall through 88, I'm going to look at the CME gap. And right now, man, it's looking good, dude. That was a massive bounce, dude.
Yeah, I see I saw your 88 level. You actually have to go to the 3-month or the 1-year chart on CoinGecko to actually see it. Excuse me. You have to go to the 1 year, and it's only this little blip right here. There it is, right there.
It's not much.
That little blip. That, you know, but this is something too, you guys. You think these little blips on a chart don't matter, like this little slant here, but if you had any idea that that's where the whales actually hide, that's where they hide, because when you see a little blip like this is most likely a huge level for a whale, because the whales don't hide on these big ass levels. This is where retail and your common folk are in this trading zone. Your whales are these little blips, believe it or not, in between, because they're the ones that say, hold up, wait a minute, let me pump the brakes on the market real quick, and then they let it go.
Wait a minute.
That's a whale, because you can't stop. You can't stop that much money. You can't stop Bitcoin with a little bit of money. In order to trigger a candle on Bitcoin, it takes like something like that. That's a huge, even though it looks like a small thing, that's a huge amount of power and money that's invested there to make it pause for a second and then allow it to go. That is where your big money is. And you do have a move like that right here at 88,000. So there was a whale here. This is a whale right here. And this is a whale right here at 88. But there's no doubt in my mind that's a whale, because he's hiding slightly below this level and he's slightly above this level. So he's hiding in between and controlling this range. He's saying, wait a minute, I don't want anyone trading between 88 and 76,000. That whale owns that freaking level. This is just my theory. I could be wrong. I'm just saying this is the way I look at a chart. From 76 to 88, a whale said, nope, that's my zone. Back off. You can buy it above it, you can buy it below it, but this is what these little blips. You can look at it on a stock chart too. Stocks do the same thing. If you look at a stock chart, they do the same exact thing I'm talking about. And there's a really good video by Adam Koo who kind of breaks it down on YouTube about why that happens. But you should check him out on YouTube about that if you're interested in what I'm talking about, because it's a very interesting theory. But anyway, back to where we're at now, Wes. I'm going to let you pull up Lux Algo, and let's actually get a little deeper now that we have an overview. We have some above levels, we have some below. Let's check out some actual indicators now, because now we need to use the tools and see what the tools are telling us, see what the AI is telling us. Let's get into it, brother.
Let's do it, man. Let's do it.
Clear this off. Let me clear this. Guys, make sure you hit the like and subscribe if this is your first time watching us. We do this Monday morning at 12 and Thursday night at 7 p.m. So make sure you follow us at the Crypto Remora. Follow Wes at Crypto MacGyver, myself at Siri Crypto on X. And we're trying to get the Rumble channel up. Rumble's being a little bit of a pain. It won't really let us stream to Rumble from our software for some reason. So, but we're trying to get that.
I don't know why, dude. That's fucking stupid. That's dumb as hell.
It's upsetting because we uploaded like a lot of videos to Rumble. So we have some people over there that follow us. It's just we're not able to stream to it yet, but we'll figure it out.
All right, guys, let's jump into it. Let's start off with the daily time frame. These are our levels that we've had up on the charts. And as you can see, man, we're just ranging, right? We're just ranging between, you might as well say 105, typically, between 105 and 92, right? That's all we've done, at least as far as closing goes. Last week, we were calling our levels. I said we were going to be upwards towards new all-time highs, past the 105K. Sierra called 102, I think it was.
Yeah.
So we were both actually wrong this time, man. And my excuse is because of the trade wars and all this shit going on, man. That is a black swan event. To me, that's a black swan event, man. Nobody was expecting it, and it happened. There was a few people expecting it. If you keep, up with that kind of stuff, but I definitely wasn't expecting it, or I wouldn't even have made a call, to be honest with you. But the reason that I made my call, and I think the reason Sierra made his call, one, Sierra is just seeing this chop around. You know what I mean? So he was thinking that we would possibly come down and then be back up around 102, which, Sierra, you were the closest because you said we were going to drop. And then by the time the show came, we were going to be coming up. And that's pretty much what's happening. Yeah. So as far as the price action goes, like you were a little bit more close to me. I saw this mega bullish a couple of days. So I saw this mega bullish candle right here, which is a reversal candle. We were coming down, we wicked down, and we flipped this area right here into support, right? And hit support. And we did bounce and we started coming up, but we didn't get to a new all-time high like I thought we would. But nevertheless, man, we fell through previous levels. Now it looks like we're making lower lows and lower highs. Let's see where this closes. But either way, the wicks are to the downside. And now we're here. Here we are today. And, we hit 91, what was it? 91.5 or something like that down here in that blue box territory. Came back up, and this is a bullish candle. Let's see if we can keep the momentum to the upside. But a few things here that I'm seeing is, one, we're back up above this area of resistance. Let's see if we can close above it. If we can close above it, then we'll be looking for some higher targets. If we come down and we close below this, then we're probably going to be going lower. Second thing that I'm seeing is if you zoom out on the VRVP, whatever this damn thing's called. Yeah, VRVP. If you zoom out, you can see these two blue lines that we've had. Keep in mind, this is the daily time frame. This is the point of control down here. Yeah, so this is the point of control that we have. We're above the point of control, but then there's that second high volume level that we just got rejected off of. So I'm watching that as well. You know what I mean? Like, we need to get back above that. I'm one thing at a time, dude. I'm just glad that we've come back above 98. Like, I'm good with that. You know what I mean? But one thing at a time, but I would like to see, we've been putting these clusters in, almost like we were doing back in March. We were staying low and getting high, low, high. So far, we've spent about 80% of the time below this high volume level, and I'm hoping that we can stay back up. But if you look, I want to say it is on the daily. If we're looking at our fib levels here, you can see that we are back up. We're sitting right at that 0.5, dude, from this breakout from the bottom to top. You can see we're sitting right at the 0.5. So that is another thing that's kind of giving us a little resistance, I believe. But nevertheless, it is bullish, man. We're sitting right on top of it, dude. So that's a good thing that we've gotten back above that. Now, I just think we got to get above that next high volume level, man, is what I'm seeing here.
No, I just want to comment. Yeah, before you change that,
yeah,
I agree with what you're saying on the 0.5, but I do also think that, like you said, the most important thing right now on the daily is that we close that freaking candle above that 0.5. Like we're through it right now, okay? But it's early, guys. We're looking at 12. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, exactly.
We got 7 more hours to go, baby. So 6 hours in today's world, UFOs and shit. I mean, dude. I mean, I don't know if you saw this thing in Little River last night, but somebody posted a freaking alien UFO in Little River, South Carolina. Could be fake. It could be AI. It could be a scam. But holy shit, dude, that's close to home.
It was a hot spot, dude.
That's close to home.
I heard it was a hot spot. Yeah.
Let's see.
But dude, this is the thing about this area here, man, is the 0.5. Everybody's looking at the 0.5. It's kind of one of those herd mentality things. All traders are going to be pulling up the fib and looking at the 0.5. But I think we have the 0.5 of where we're sitting at right now. We have that high volume level, the next high volume level that's literally like, it's almost just as much as the point of control. So we're right there at that. We're at the 0.5. And I think that it is a good thing that we've gotten back above this, man. I think that is a big deal. And the fact that we've bounced on a bullish candle down here at the 91. So I don't know, man. We just need to see where today closes. Today is a big deal. We need to stay above a lot of levels. But I would say one thing at a time. Bullish candle, if we close where it is now, it's above the 0.382. And we'd be above this, area of resistance flipped into support. And we're above the point of control. So the 0.5 would just be that, next, that added bonus if we can get above that and that second volume level right there.
Now,
I added bonus.
I agree with the fact that we are actually, even though things are scary, I do agree with the fact that we are bullish right now, because if you go back 3 or 4 episodes, it's probably 4 episodes, I did call for this zone to get a wick, by the way. I said that if we came back down to this zone, all you would see would be a sliced wick, and then we'd come up. If you go back, it was definitely 4 episodes ago. I said the blue zone on the box, because every other time we've had nothing but wicks down there. And look what happened, you guys. We didn't even really get a candle anywhere near that zone. So, and likewise, even with my call to the CME gap, my most bearish case scenario, you guys have to understand something. When I'm calling these kind of calls, I'm not saying you're going to have a very long time to buy Bitcoin at these prices. What I mean is you're going to see on the chart, it's going to look like that. You're going to see a wick move and then a freaking, it's going to be so quick that you don't even want to sideline yourself for it. That's what I'm saying. I don't know, if, in my opinion, if you're waiting for 92K Bitcoin, or you're waiting for 90,000 Bitcoin, or you're like, oh, well, maybe we'll hit 88K, or if you're sidelined just to save yourself, $4,000 on Bitcoin's price, it's not the move to make right now. I told people yesterday to buy if you have coins you want to buy at $94,000 Bitcoin, just buy the shit, dude. Anything under 100K, you're still doing good. Me and Wes are breaking down the short term, right? We're doing this because we're looking at the short term. But if you zoom out and you go 5 years from now, it's going to be a fucking joke. You'd be like, oh, well, I didn't buy it 94. I waited till it hit 90K because I'm smart. It's not even going to matter, bro. like 2 years from now, 3 years from now, 5 years from now, the shit won't even matter. So please don't miss the opportunity of your lifetime to like prove that you're right because you got a little bit cheaper on your coin. Like don't do that. Pride will wreck you in this space. So please, if you're sidelined and you're like, no, it's going like, don't be a perma bear in the short term and do that. And please don't take what Wes or I call when we're calling bearish things. We're still both perma bulls on the space. So don't get what we're saying twisted. This is only short term stuff, and it's not going to matter, 5 years from now when your children have, a nice big house and yard and you got a bunch of money in it. It won't matter. Those $5,000, $6,000, $8,000 difference ain't going to mean shit. So keep that in perspective.
Yeah. I think one more thing too, man, just to add to that, Siri, is whenever we have these dips, and I kind of mentioned it earlier, whenever you have these dips, you can look at the COVID crash in 2020. You can look at the FTX crash in 2022. When we go down like that, a lot of times that is what leads to that massive breakout, that next breakout. So especially where we're at right now in the cycle, everybody's telling you that the cycle's over. Those are the people that have made a shit ton of money already. It's over for them. It's not over for us. It's not over for us regular guys, man, that are just trying to make some money and live a decent life. It is over for them. They have millions of dollars in the banks. They don't have to gamble that money anymore. You know what I mean? So when you can just lock in and understand that where we're at in the cycle, guys, even where we were, back here, hell, when was this, man? Last time we revisited this? That was January. It was like literally a month ago, dude. We were back here. And then look, we hit January 21st. We were up here above 106, making a new all-time high. And now people are fucking panicking because we're back to where we were back here. Like,
it's the same zone.
Chill the fuck out, people.
Zone.
Like,
same zone.
Listen, until $90,000 to $92,000 breaks, then we go to 88, and then that breaks. Then I would say, all right, guys, let's start looking at the CME gap. Let's start looking at, where we're going to find support next. And that is going to be around 70 something thousand. But I don't think that it lasts long at all. Like Siri's saying, you're going to get that wick, but you're going to orders in. You know what I mean? You might not even get that.
Asleep. You're going to be asleep. And what's going to happen is Larry Fink has his buy orders already set down there in the billions of dollars. So your $200 in your checking account that you have that you're holding on to for, and I'm not talking shit. I'm just saying,
right.
If you're a little guy and you're holding on to your money and you're saying, well, I'm going to wait till it hits that, and then I'm going to go in and then I'm going to make this huge move. It's not worth the risk. You've got a potential breakout to $130,000 Bitcoin. Your upside is 30 grand. Your downside is 10 grand. So your risk to reward is all fucked up. If you're waiting for the CME gap, it's a bad move. I'm saying be aware of it, but I'm not telling you to wait on it. I'm saying if it happens and you just happen to be awake, you may get lucky and buy it. But I would never sideline myself on purpose right now waiting for it, because there's 50-50. I'm dead set 50-50 right now. Like I'm saying 50-50 to where I can't decide, because this candle looks so freaking bullish and that level looks so strong, like Wes is saying. I mean, I agree with Wes. The level is so strong at 92 that even with a freaking
look at the reaction we got off of it, dude. Man.
I mean, look at that. Look at that wick. Look at the wick is all you need to look at, dude. That's how much buying energy came in.
We've come to this level, look at the reaction. Every time we've hit this level, look at the reaction. Look where it's taken us. Hit it. Look at the reaction. Hit it. Look at the reaction. Hit it. Look at what's happening now. So, like for me, I think this is a very good price action. Looks good to me. Whatever, we came down and retested that level, even better. Now we're just building up more support at the 90 to 92 level. So I'm okay with that. And we're just ranging, guys. If you really just zoom out and look at it, we're just ranging. And I think that maybe, we continue doing that. I mean, this is a downward level of support now. You know what I mean? So it gets lower and lower. So maybe we go lower. Technically, it's a freaking descending broadening wedge. I mean, you got the bottom going lower and the top kind of staying flat. I don't know. I'm just kind of throwing that out there. But eventually those things break out. And that's kind of what I'm expecting, dude. And we're playing around right there at 99K right now, dude. We just crossed over that high volume zone, which means we're above the 0.5. We're above this level of support. I mean, it looks good to me, man. I don't think that now we just have to keep in touch with what is going on with the news. I know Donald Trump just came out and said that the Fed made the right decision, holding the rate cuts. He's doing, the 25% tariffs on Canada, on Mexico. He's talking about the EU next. I think that is what is going to be driving price, man, over the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, I'm just going to say for tomorrow, I'm going to make a quick call that this candle repeats tomorrow, but in the red. In other words, I think this candle eats itself tomorrow, which means basically nothing happens. It's just equals sideways. I think that we haven't bounced. We've bounced wicks in our blue zone going down diagonally, but what I think I'd almost like to see, I'd like to see us either get above and bounce on the 0.5 level where the candle is about at. I'd either like to see us go up and bounce there, or come on down to that blue box zone, which would be about 96, and get a candle down to the top of that blue zone coming down, and let's close a candle down there. And that would be, for me, that would be freaking great. Like, in other words, 96,000 is directly in the middle of 92 and 98 anyway. So what I'm saying is it's not even worth really talking about. I'm just saying today we have green, we close green, then tomorrow we close quote unquote red about 96K. That's what I'm saying in the next 24 hours. But who knows, dude? I mean, it's not even worth guessing the next day or two because it's such a sideways type call. Do you see what I'm saying though? Like, up then down,
if you were to
red then
drop
green.
This, of course, for sure, man. Technically we've made a lower high right here, and we've made a lower low. So if we close this out without getting back above, this is just our Fibonacci to the downside. I mean, you see where the 0.5 is. So we've come all the way down, and now we're hitting the 0.5. This is where, if we're going to continue down, this is about where we're going to continue down at. If you were to break it down to the 1 hour, it would probably look a little bit better than this. But just really fast, just glancing at this, man, like this is the 0.5. Just like whenever we're on the way up, you come back, you get your retracement to the 0.5, and you continue. Same thing on the way down. You come down, you get your retracement on the 0.5, and you continue down. So if this is where we're going to stop at, this is where it would be. If not, I mean, max 101, to the 0.618. But we just got to watch it, man. We got to watch it. And I would say watch the lower time frames. This is a bullish move, dude. I would like to say that this continues up. Lux Algo is telling me that this continues up, but it's fundamentally driven. You know what I mean? You can't really, it's hard to say. It's hard to say when it's driven by news and stuff, man.
Yeah, so we have a buy signal on Lux Algo, basically. And what about the money flow?
Yeah, we've had this buy signal since January 17th. Yeah, all right. So January 17th, guys, we're still under this buy signal. The trend catcher still green, still showing the confirmed buy signal. We had the smart trail flip because we dropped below it here, so it flipped red. But I think it's going to continue. I think it's going to flip back. Especially if this candle keeps on rising, we get above the trend catcher. And our targets are still the same: 109 and then 114 to the upside on the daily. And then I'm not getting any green diamonds, no red diamonds, no nothing. Money flow is in the green. Momentum wave is curved down, but I'm not seeing anything that is showing, any kind of divergence from what Lux Algo is saying up here. The momentum is slowing down, but that's because we just pushed to the downside, and that's normal. But we're not getting any red diamonds. We're not getting any green diamonds. Pretty much just that we're going sideways. But smart money is still in, and at least it's in the green and not in the red, and it's getting a slight curve. So I don't know if that tells you anything. Probably just go sideways, man. Probably just go sideways.
And that's what I was saying about 96. If you look where 96,725 is on your chart there, 96,725 would put us the bottom of a red daily candle close tomorrow on that blue zone. Now, that would also put us kind of near the confluence where that massive level is, which is at 95,000. right? That huge VPVR level, the biggest one is at 95, but we're technically above. Right. Yeah, but we're above the one above that right now. So guys, take this with a grain of salt.
That's everything your next level, man.
That's the levels to watch. Don't get panicked until we fall below this. I was just saying, like I said last week and the 2 weeks before, that just be aware and have a plan either way. Like have a plan set. If we do drop down there, have an idea like, okay, I got a little bit of liquidity on the side. I'll
Money
go in.
On the side.
Have a plan no matter what, so that if we go up, you're good. If we go down, you're good too. That's the best way to move in these kind of markets. And don't ever, like, I don't know, this is just my feeling, Wes, you may feel different, but the only time you should ever go all in is when you're going into a high conviction investment that you really believe in. In other words, I don't think anyone should ever go all in on a trade ever. You will get wrecked. You could lose all your money. Like, don't ever go all in on a single trade. You will murder yourself, dude. Do not do that.
And if don't you have all your chips in one bag either.
Yeah, you don't want to go all in on just one thing either. Unless, well, like ETH, I went all in on ETH, bro. I sold all my stocks in 2020. That was a good move. But what I'm saying, that was a conviction play on ERC20 tokens. I was like, there's no way this thing is not going to moon. And I was right. I was dead on. Now,
things looking good, dude.
That's a high conviction play, but trading wise, you could get murdered doing that. So please don't do that in your trading stuff. You know, if you're gonna go all in on something, make it a conviction bag of something you love, something you want to hold for years anyway. Even if the price goes to shit, you'll still want to hold it. That's the kind of thing you want to go in. Yeah, Bitcoin is probably the one to save it. Yeah, good call.
So real quick, I just want to let's jump over here to the CME gaps, because we do have one above us now. You know, this bounce that we're getting, this move up, nice. We could just come up and fill the CME gap and drop back down. We don't know, but the CME gap that Sierra's talking about is this one here. These things typically fill. I think there's only like one or two in Bitcoin's history that didn't get filled. But we have our first immediate one that is directly above us, and that's just from price action moving through in between the CME being open business hours or whatever.
Well, look how close, dude. So look how close we are.
I don't know. We could come up and fill that and then drop. We don't know. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. It's I'm glad you pulled this chart up, because you know it shows people physically what the CME gap is, and like Wes said, statistically speaking, they do get filled. However, there's no guarantee of when these gaps get filled. So we could go through this entire bull run, you guys. We could go through this whole bull run, never going down to that CME gap. Wes, can you scroll back over to the lower gap just so it's on camera? So you see this area that Wes is pointing to, this lower gap. We could go through the whole bull run, never touch this level. This could be a major psych out level for everyone thinking, oh, we're going to go there. We're going to go there. Meanwhile, the whales are like, nah, bitch, we're not going there right now. They won't let it go there until when? The bear market hits. When after the euphoric stage and we have that major crash, that's when you could see that. So that could happen in a year from now. So just because that level's there, there's no guarantee that of what time it gets filled. You have to look at time differently, because whales don't give a shit about 1 year. A whale, the true whales, Larry Fink, they're not buying Bitcoin to hold it for a year. There may be some strategic a bit that they're going to hold and sell in a year, but these guys are 200-year companies, dude. They're not buying for a 2-year hold. These guys are in business for over 200 years. They're not playing around. So they have a long-term vision. So with the long-term vision means just because the gap's there, they have the patience and the time that they could say, you know what? Let's go to that level at the end of this bull run. Like, they could do that. So you have to be aware of that too, which means if you're sidelined waiting for that CME gap, that's why I said 50-50 right now. I'm not making any calls until I want to see the charts tomorrow. I want to see where we close today. I want to see where we close tomorrow before I give any percentages about it.
It's a big factor. It's a big factor. Another thing that we were looking at last week that got absolutely destroyed was Ethereum, man. Ethereum was looking good. Dude, we had it on the what was it, the 3-day, the 2-day? I can't remember. I think it was the 3-day we were looking at. You know, we had this beautiful market structure, nice inverse head and shoulders. And I mean, so far, man, like we are closed up here, you know, but I mean, look at that wick, dude. Ethereum went to $2,100, dude, on this drop. I'm hearing that a lot of big money bought that up. There's a lot of institutions that bought that wick up, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, I love Ethereum, dude. I think it does bounce back and all of that, but a lot of people are getting frustrated with Ethereum.
Go ahead, sell it.
I would just say, man, I'm not giving up on it yet, man. I'm not giving up on it yet. You know, you just have to. It's really up to you, man. You have to figure out who you are, what you want, and if Ethereum is not making you happy, then switch it out for something else. I'm not going to sit here and beg you to keep it, but Ethereum is definitely, it has a place in my portfolio, and for good reasons. So we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. I think maybe this will be the nice breakout. I mean, that's bullish as fuck, dude.
I think $2,200, $2,200 to $2,400 Ethereum is your floor for the rest of this cycle. I don't think you see it cheaper than that. I think $2,000 to $2,400. Let's just say that's a $400 range, which is huge. But I think that range holds. I don't think you're going to get lucky enough to see under $2,000 Ethereum again until maybe a bear market hits. Now, that could change, you know, with the news, but look, the majority of the market is ERC20 tokens. If you go and look at the percentage of tokens on CoinGecko and look and see what percentage is ERC20 tokens, it's incredible. So Ethereum is, there's nobody really. I mean, Solana, okay, I got you. Solana's doing its thing. Aptos, okay, I hear you. Sui, yeah, I got you. Hyperliquid's the only one that's stepping up. That's making me think, maybe something going on there. But, okay, Cardano. Yeah. I got to give love to our Cardano fam because they've got massive. What's the word, Wes? They've got massive conviction people that hold, right. So you have a couple layer ones that are doing it, but ETH is still like, I don't know, dude. I think ETH has what's called a moat, an economic moat, where they built so early, so strong that it's going to be hard to catch up to them. So they have a little bit more advantage. Like, even with the bad price action, this is just cheaper time to buy ETH, dude. You want to buy it cheaper. So if you're holding ETH long term and you're like, oh man, I'm hating this, buy a little more, because that's what it means usually. And I still I'm going to say this again. I think ETH goes to between $8,000 and $12,000 on this next huge run that we're about to have when Bitcoin takes off, dude. I think ETH gas fees are going to be fucking ridiculous. Like, I think if like to do anything on ETH is going to be like really hurt your feelings. Like, it's going to be expensive, dude. When the network gets congested on this next crazy euphoric stage, I don't even want to think about how much ETH, the gas fees are going to be, bro. And then let's not forget, ETH is a deflationary asset. Everyone keeps forgetting that. ETH is deflationary. They burn ETH. It's built into it. So everyone underestimates that shit, and they're all bitching about price action. But dude, ETH is a solid hold. It's not going anywhere. It's got network majority as far as DeFi goes. I mean, nobody really is messing with it DeFi wise, money wise. So yeah, okay. I think he's still good.
All right. So real quick, I don't know if this is breaking. I mean, I just found out about this. U.S. tariffs on hold. Mexico deploys troops to the border. President Donald Trump and Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum have reached an agreement to pause anticipated U.S. tariffs on Mexico for 1 month. As part of the deal, Mexico has agreed to deploy 10,000 troops along its border in the United States to combat drug trafficking. That's all we want, dude.
They're going to help us.
I don't think that's too much to ask, man. Stop bringing fucking drugs in, man. We've got friends that have died from that shit. Like, it, you know, people don't realize, man, until it hits home for you, man, like that it's not a big deal. It is a big deal, man. There's people dying over that shit. And, whatever, man. Whatever. Something needs to be done.
Just to be clear, though, fentanyl is not a recreational drug. Fentanyl is a
right.
deadly poison, you guys. Anything that you could sprinkle a fucking thumbnail thing of and kill a whole city, that's not a freaking drug anymore. That's not like, hey, man, you want to hit this? That's like, hey, I'm going to wipe out a city with, a baggy substance of. I mean, it's absolutely incredible if you look at what it'll do. It's not a drug. It's a freaking poison is what it is.
So with that being said, if something comes out in Canada, like if they can reach an agreement with Canada, that happens, dude, I'm 100% bullish, dude. I think that this continues up. I mean, that is a massive wick that we got. So we'll see. I mean, that's something that we definitely got to watch. And I think that has a lot to do with price action right now. It's definitely contributing.
Oh, dude.
You're drinking on over there.
I meant to, I had to use my puffer. I meant to say something. Did you hear about this? Did you hear about this coin called Dog Shit 2? Have you heard about this yet? What's going on?
Yeah, I know about it.
Okay, so the marketing, there's what they're saying now. For you guys that don't know, it's supposedly it's this coin that they came out with that they're proving to the courts how easy it is to launch a coin and scam people, right? So they're in litigation supposedly, and they're using it for a lawsuit.
Yeah, it's actually a law company, isn't it? It's like an attorney.
I think so.
Yeah.
And CT, the guy in CT actually got reached out to last night, and he's going to be in one of the groups. He got invited to one of the groups or whatever. So he's going to be
dope, dude.
Yeah, he's like literally in there. So he's said he's going to give us an update tonight. But dude, if this is Web3, if this is y'all trolling like the law, like if in other words, if this is crypto degens being like, nah, dude, we don't want crypto to look like a scam, so let's pump this bitch, like let's run this bitch, that's hysterical. If it's the lawyers, if it's the law firm just saying, hey, let's get some free advertising, let's put a coin out, that is
smart as shit too.
Any way you slice,
think about that, dude.
That's what I'm saying, dude. What if it's a lawyer like, yo, he's holding Bitcoin and shit, and he's like, you know what? Let's get some free advertising. Any way you slice this story, this is good. This is good for crypto, bro. And this is good for crypto. I don't think it's a bad thing. This is going to bring more eyes from lawyers, and lawyers got a lot of money, bro. Lawyers got money. They make money. So you're going to have a lot of law firms. If they're not already holding crypto, you got lawyers that are going to be talking about this shit over lunch, and they're going to be like, yeah, I'm holding Doge, or yeah, I'm holding this or that. I have no idea who this is calling. I'm not answering it. But yeah, dude, I think that is crazy. I wish we could pull a chart up. I don't know where to really find it though. I think you'd have to go on like a deck screener or something. But there was a chart that I saw at some point. It was probably on deck screener. But yeah, I just think that that's hysterical, and I'm going to tune in later. Oh, our views just went up like crazy, by the way. YouTube is getting rugged, and X is going through the roof. So shout out to our X. Shout out to our X family over there supporting us. I mean, YouTube, I don't understand it, bro. We're getting shadow banned on freaking YouTube.
If we get the views on YouTube after, man, we don't have the live viewers quite yet. And hopefully that changes throughout time. But yeah, it sucks, man. We get the live viewers on X, and then we get the after views on YouTube. So whatever, man. I think we get our message across. Oh, there's one more thing I wanted to show you, dude. One more thing I wanted to show you. Besides the fact that, did you see Fear and Greed was down to like 39?
No, I didn't see that.
Pretty insane.
Look at that wick, dude. God.
Okay, can you see my screen?
Yep.
I was playing around on this the other day. You can see this?
Mm-hmm. The Bitcoin US dollar chart.
Okay, all right. Yeah, this is the seasonal, so it lets you go through and pick out different seasons. These are the different years. So I was going through it, man. I was doing like every 4 years, but every 2 years is what kind of caught my attention here. If you go, so the top, and so this is 2016, 2017. We got our top in, what was it, 2016 or 2017?
2017 is what they usually call it, but yeah.
Bastard.
December, so it's, I mean, that
it was like right November 2017.
Yeah.
December.
October, November, December. Those 3 months, man. That's yeah.
All right. So this is what is this? 2015, 2016, and then 2017. That's not what it wasn't showing that. So 2016 would have been okay. No, here it is. All right. So 2018 is that bear market, right? Got 2018. That was the bear market. This was the peak in 2017. And then, so this is January through March through June. So you're just looking at the entire chart. It's pretty much laid on top of each other, pretty much. And I was just kind of going through this, playing around with it. And I was looking at the different cycles or whatever, right? We've got 2019 that was 2018 that was that bear market. You can see right here in the red. You go from 2018 to 2019. You can see this was coming out of the bear market right here, right? Scooted over 2 more years. This is 2020. So this is when I got in right here. This is 2019 going into 2020. The green is going into 2020. This is coming in 21. We got our top, right? These are actually the tops. This is 2021. This is when we topped out in the green, right? And this is 2020 coming into it still. So it's just going through the different seasons. And I'm looking. I'm like, okay, all right, bear market 2022 was the bear market. 2023 is when we start coming out of the bear market. Now we've got, 2023, 2024. Like, I'm just comparing all of these together. This is where we're at in the seasons, right? This is today. This is this year. And this is 2023 and 2024. 2022 was a bear market. So you can see, dude, they move very similar, dude, throughout the seasons, right? We come up, down until about October, November. I plan on being out around September, October-ish, but just looking at this, guys, you can see that we still have so much time left, man. So when people are telling you that the top is in, you kind of have to take that with a grain of salt. You have to do your own research and start figuring out, like, we're up. We're still up on the year. Bitcoin is still up. If you're in the profits and you don't feel like going through this ride over the next couple of months, then get out or take half your money out. But I'm getting tired of seeing people complaining and bitching on the timeline. You know what it is? I need to shape up my following again.
Yeah, you do.
I need to shape up who I'm following, because
you
right
do.
now
you need to cut some of that. Cut some of that crap out, dude. Yeah. Cut some. Dude. And if you guys are watching us, I think you should do that too. Like, this is what I did. If you're seriously here to make money, if you're here to make money, don't be following football players and musicians and actors and people that are talking about people. Follow
a separate account for that.
Yeah, follow only people that are talking about money or investing or what you're trying to do. If you're here to get in shape, you're on the wrong channel, because I haven't been to the gym in a week or two. But if you're here to make money and you want to invest in crypto, then you're following the Crypto Remora. You're following a good channel. You need to follow only people on your timeline that are trying to help you achieve the goals you want to make. So, yeah, that is crucial, dude. Following the right people and blocking these wow shock videos like, oh my god, Bitcoin to 10K, or oh my god, Bitcoin's going to 500K tomorrow. Like, get rid of those people. If these people are doing it now, I will say Wes every now and then will make a thumbnail that's kind of like,
we play the game.
We'll play the game just to get you to click on our video, but when you watch our show, you know that we keep it real, man. Yeah, we're not like that.
We keep it real for sure, man, for sure. I think this Canada thing is going to be over sooner than what people think, man. I think it's going to be behind us real soon. Anyways, I just wanted to bring this up, man, so you guys can have an idea of, like, these seasons, man. They correlate. You bring up these charts and you look at the different seasons, Q1, Q2, Q3, we pretty much kind of go through the same thing, and we have in the last couple of years, especially. So just something to watch, man. And President Trump, dude, he's not gonna. He said it could get more painful. Like, we could see more pain, but it's gonna be worth it in the long run. I'd rather go ahead and get this out of the way right now instead of waiting till August, September, when we are looking for a top. Because if this were to happen in August, September, that's when I would say, you know what, man, we might not come back from this, dude. It's too close to the cycle.
I thought that Justin Trudeau resigned like a week ago. Didn't he freaking step down? Or did I watching false news, dude? I was like all excited. I was like, yeah, Justin Trudeau stepped down. And then yesterday I watched a video and he's all like trying to be tough and like talking tough to Trump on behind the desk. And I'm like, what the hell, dude? Maybe he didn't step down. Like, what? I don't know, dude. I swore he resigned. I swear in the news 2 weeks ago he resigned. And now all of a sudden he's back. He's got that, you know what it is? He's got that punchable face, dude. I hate to be like that, but he's just got that. It's just, you just want to, I don't know what it is about his face, but you just want to lay one of these right into it. He's annoying, dude. If I lived in Canada, I would be, oh my God, I would be pissed.
You know, a good way to look at this chart, man, to get a clear view, switch it to the 1 month and just look. Like, this is nothing. This is nothing.
Yep.
Switch to the 1 month and look, man. But yeah, he has that punchable face for sure.
That cup and handle, bro. That cup and handle, the bottom of the cup is like below the freaking handle. The handle couldn't even hold long enough. Like, the handle couldn't even stay low enough to stay with the candle body. Like, this is like an overflowing cup and handle where the cup starts here and the handle's higher on the right. I don't know, dude. That to me is like a weird that's a weird pattern, bro. That's like a overly bullish cup and handle. It's just that's why I keep saying, yeah, we're definitely going to 122 to 130,000. Very interesting. By the way, Wes, that guy Stefan, the trader that's in CT, sent a Discord link to the Crypto Remora. He did send us a link to join. And you kind of handle Discord more than I do. So I'm going to send that link over to you. And if you want to jump in his trading group, I think he's playing around with big
I'll jump in there and talk with him.
Yeah. That would be cool because then we could kind of get that.
Yeah, I'll go in there and talk with him for sure.
Yeah, he knows his shit, dude. And he was talking about Elliot Wave, and I was telling him about you. And dude, he knows his shit. He was like ABC correction in 122 in February. I was like, man, Wes would love this shit because I know you're really big into Elliot Wave.
Yeah, I would love to talk to him, man. I would love to talk to him because I would love to learn more about it, honestly, because I only know the bases, you know, the 5 pattern, you know, 2 corrective, 3.
That's what he was talking about. The 5 patterns, what he's talking about.
Wave basic, you know, Elliott Wave, and then the 1, 2, 3 correction on, you know, Well, I don't know what he's. So
I don't know about the 122
we're in wave 5, and like I just don't agree with that because of the angle, dude. This is an angle that like that is not an Elliott Wave angle. The angle for Elliott Wave is going to this, dude, where it's pointed up. If it was a clock on the wall, it would be 1 o'clock to 12 o'clock. And then, so the angles is what I kind of pay attention to when I'm looking at Elliott Wave. Some people are calling this wave. That's not wave 1, dude. That is nation. This would be wave 1. That would be the corrective 2, wave 3, and then corrective wave 4. And then we get one more push up. And if you look at this wave here, like if you were to take wave 3 and measure it from the extremes, maybe that's what he's looking at, and then you push it up, but that is way past.
That's way past.
That's way past 120 something.
Way past.
Yeah, and that's how I got this blue line here, which is around 150. Which I don't know. We'll see.
Well, that's what I'm saying, dude.
We'll
like,
see. So
I'm seeing see
what he's talking about.
I'm seeing 140, 150, but I did agree with him about going up to 130 and then getting a correction. But look, the way the market's going, with this cool off that we're having and this major cool off we had yesterday, I think that kind of resets everything, right? Like, in other words, it kind of cools everything down for a minute. Instead of parabolic, we didn't have that parabolic up to 130 like we were kind of maybe thinking was going to happen. Instead, we had, I mean, even when you do it like that, it's like we didn't shoot straight up to the 122. He's pretty on the money about 122, though. He's right there. So I agree with him about 122. The thing that struck me, I said, so at 122, you're packing it up and going home. Like you're tapped out. Like that's it. Bull run over at 122.
Probably.
Well, he's definitely a bigger trader, like for sure. He's trading with bigger numbers, like a couple more zeros than we are. I can promise that. But the level of 122 saying I'm done. Yeah, you're right. Maybe he's good enough with that to where he's made his moves and he's good to go. Look, you had Bitcoin at 15,000 last year. So if you rode from 15K up to 122, you're doing just fine. Like if you bought during the bear and you had some money on the side to buy during the bear, you're doing all right. You've already 75x'd or whatever the hell it is. So I just, for me, I'm not tapping out at 122, bro. If I got to hold till 2026, I ain't going nowhere for 122. No.
I'm not giving, so I'm not putting a number. I've learned to not put a number on Bitcoin. I would, like, my number is, what did I say, 140 to 160? That's a big gap. I know that's a $20,000 gap, but like, that's okay with me. Like, it doesn't have to be a $5,000 gap and me try to get it right. I don't care to be right. Like, I'm okay with that. I don't have to be fucking right. But there's a lot of things. It's going to be timing for me, and it's going to be price action. So this timing for me, when I say timing, I mean like September, October is like when I'm going to start DCAing out.
Nice.
And that's when I'm going to start. I've even thought about it maybe a little earlier, just doing it slower. But I think we still have plenty of time left, man. I think October is going to be the top. Yeah. September, October for the top.
If you guys are just now seeing this chart for the first time, if you're tuning in, congratulations. You got great timing. This is a Crypto Remora specific chart that Wes designed for the channel that has the best of the best indicators for this bull run, you guys. You guys need to pay attention to what this is, because what this is showing you in a very laid out, simple way to understand. If you don't understand TA, this is a perfect chart for you. All you need to look at is the graph on top, the candles on top is Bitcoin's price. And then what I like to call the green mountaintops in between the two yellow bars. Just look at the mountaintops, okay? Those mountaintops, every time those hit, those generally are about the time when you want to be selling your shit and be out of the market. You are overheated at the top of that mountain, okay? And it only lasts, the peak of the mountains underneath only lasts for a minute. And where he has a big blue circle on the far right, you can see that we haven't even gone into the green part of the mountaintop yet. You don't see any snow on the mountaintop, and you don't see any of the green on the mountain yet. We're up there, right? We're up there, but we're not at the Pico top. And I'm not saying you want to hold till the Pico top. I'm just saying every show we bring this up. So twice a week we bring this chart up to keep you informed. So even if you tune in just to catch this chart, to say, okay, when do I want to sell? I think that this is an advantageous chart, dude. And I think that we're providing one hell of a chart for you as a trader, as an investor. I think that even if all you did was tune in for this, I think this is a huge asset to know when, okay, we're getting a little hot. And like Wes said, we ain't even green. That's why I said I ain't selling at 122, bro. I'm not selling at 122.
Yeah, I'm looking.
I say that shit, and then we'll get
tops every single time. Shit, my bad. We're lagging really bad. I'm sorry, dude.
Little lag. Yeah, I want to see some snow on the mountain before I'm selling. I want to see a little bit of snow, and then I'm out. A little bit of snow, I think.
Yeah. We've gotten it every single time, man. I'm saying I'm probably not going to wait for it to hit the top.
The snow,
I do want it to be close, and I want it to be green. And and I want it to be around September, October. So like if we were to go green right now, I would know that, all right, man, we're a little too early. Maybe this is some kind of fake. I don't know. You know what I mean? But what I'm doing, that's my strategy. I want there to be some green on the RSI. I want us to be close to the bar, and I want it to be around September at the latest or at the earliest, one of the two.
It looks like, they say 2017, 18, 19, 20, 21, boom, dead on the money. 22, 23, 24, 25. But that's the end of 25, September, October, November, end of 2025. I mean, right? Am I right? If you look at all the mountaintops, they pretty much line up like that. I mean, so it's like all roads all roads lead to October, November, December 2025. And I will even go this far. I will say this. On the bullish side of things, you guys, I had this thought. It takes about 1.5 to 2 years for the incoming president to make changes and for the country to actually feel them. Trump's a little different because he comes in and does shit on day one, and he's going to be a little faster. But if we get things under control and the world can keep it together and stop fighting with each other a little bit, if the world can kind of settle the hell down from all the COVID and all the BS and aliens and all this shit, if we get any kind of calm worldwide, just imagine the market going back to all-time highs like Wall Street. Just think about 2026 for a minute. Halfway through 2026. There's still a potential. In my belief, there's still a potential that we don't. I don't want to call it a super cycle, but that we don't get this massive, just miserable bear market for 3 years. In other words, what happens if we see all-time highs on Bitcoin October, November, December, and then we correct, we come back down to 130,000. Hell, we even go down to 100,000 or hit the CME gap.
Altcoins are going to get fucking crushed.
Plowed.
Altcoins are going to get fucking crushed. It might be a little different for Bitcoin. Maybe Bitcoin doesn't go down as much.
But I'm
expecting everything that's happened in the past. And that's like my 4-year cycle thing is like, why try to change? Like last cycle, we should have seen a chart like this and said, all right, like we're out, we're done, this is it. But instead, we were listening to, or I can't really speak for you, but I'm listening to people on X and on YouTube saying that this is extended cycle, that it's not going to be a hype cycle, and we're not going to go down as much, and like, dude, all that shit. It's happened every single cycle, so I'm gonna expect it to happen again, and until it breaks, I'm gonna keep doing it. So
well, I'm not saying that the 4-year cycle gets broken or we get the super cycle, but what I am saying is, if things get better in the United States and we're being run by Trump and he does a good job financially, right? Let's put the politics aside, y'all, for a minute. Even if you hate Trump, put it aside for a minute. He's been very good so far for crypto, except for his shit coin he launched, which whatever. Okay. But that's why I said, business wise, he's still a businessman. But here's the thing: as love him or hate him, he might have some stuff you don't like. But as a businessman, he is very successful. So you have to give the man credit for what he is. And everybody in the business world breaks rules. I don't care who they are for the most part. So let's say he does good. The country starts getting on track, right? We start doing better, and then the economy starts to grow. Yes, we have a bear market, but by 2026, 2027-ish, if you're still holding altcoins from now, right? Just bear with me for a sec. Yes, we have a bear market 4-year cycle. I get that. But if you're buying alts right now and you're holding them until 2027, 2028, I still see if by that time Trump has things in order and like I said, the world settles down a little, you start seeing all-time highs again in Wall Street and money gets flowing in again and things start going good. I think that your alts will be significantly higher than they are now, to where if you're willing to hold your alts right now for another 2 years, you might not catch that top
we need a
where
washout.
Well, we will have the washout.
We need a washout of all these shitty alts.
Even after, yeah, we do. But even after the crash is what I'm saying. I still think you're significantly higher than you are right now. Like, in other words, if you have a 2-year time frame or 3-year time frame right now, getting into alts is beautiful. Even if you don't sell the top, I think in 2 or 3 years it wouldn't even matter. Like, you're still early enough in some of these alts. So if you're thinking you're too late for the bull run because I got in too late, I should have bought earlier, I don't think so. Just extend your time horizon a little. This might be your first cycle. If you're watching us, this could be your very first cycle. So yeah, you're getting in towards the later end of the cycle, but I think after the rise of euphoria and the crash that Wes is talking about that will happen with the alts, I think the crash may not come down as low as we are right now on alts. I'm just saying, dude, I think the alts get stronger.
So alts, if you look at a lot of these alts, we were looking at them last week. If you look at a lot of these, man, like, you think Ethereum is bad, go look at some of these alts, man. I mean, there's some that have not moved at all. So I mean, we're hoping that an alt season comes. We need an alt season to come this cycle, and I think it does. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna treat my alts just like I would my Bitcoin or anything else that I'm holding. I think the thing to do is to look for that top, dude, and get the fuck out, man. And if you're somebody that, like Siri's saying, you don't want to deal with that, then yeah, you can try your luck. If you're new to this sector and you're new to crypto, you're probably gonna round trip your bag. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it.
Don't tell them.
Probably you're probably gonna round trip your bag. We're gonna try to keep you from doing that.
We're gonna try to.
You're probably gonna do it because you're probably gonna listen to some big mouth fucking idiot on YouTube telling you to hold your bags. That's just the way it is, man. That's just the way it is, guys. And hopefully you don't do that, but you probably will. And it's unfortunate, but you probably will.
And if you do what Wes is talking about, you ain't gonna have a choice. You're gonna have to hold your bags for 2 to 3 years. So what I'm saying, take with a grain of salt. What I'm trying to tell you is, time the top. When we give you these indicators, sell a good chunk, put some money in your freaking pocket. These cryptos are not going to keep you warm at night. Your tokens are not going to buy you a car. The cash that you get from selling them will. So make sure you don't do what me and Wes did. We watched both of our portfolios on the last cycle go up 30
and then back
a lot, and then right back down. Do not do that. And we're not going to let you. If you're watching us, we're not going to let you do that. But if that happens, I'm saying, if you want to hold a percentage and you're in this for the long haul, right? You're not in today, going tomorrow. If you're in crypto and you're like, all right, I'm going to do this thing, and you have a time horizon of 2 to 3 to 4 years, you can do very well, dude. You can make money just by holding. So don't overstress yourself about timing either. Just dollar cost average into stuff you like, hold, and just be willing to hold it, man. Just be willing to hold something for 2, 3, 4 years. And if you can do that, but also I agree with what Wes says. You gotta try to sell the top on your shit. Try to get out.
Yeah.
And then whatever you got left over, let it be a lesson too. Like, be like, okay, I felt the first ride. Now on the next cycle, you could be like, yeah, I know what's gonna happen. I kind of have a feeling for it. So you gotta be aware of these things. I just got a text for some more gigs.
Nice,
the band, dude.
Let's go, baby.
Starting to get some traction, dude.
I gotta run. Is there anything else you want to talk about before?
No, dude. I think the only thing is, unfortunately, we have to give our targets for Thursday.
Yes, let's do it.
I'd rather wait till tomorrow to see what the market closes at, but let's give our calls anyway. Let's hold each other accountable and give our calls. You want to go first?
Let me drop this down.
I'm gonna let you go first.
Yeah, I can. And this is for
Thursday night, 7 p.m.
For Thursday, right?
Yeah, that's a hard call, guys. We're saying there's a lot of shit could happen between now and then. Yeah.
Yes, it could. I would say, as of right now, with what I'm seeing in the charts, with what I'm seeing, with what's happened with Mexico and the tariffs and all this stuff, I'm hoping that I'm kind of playing this on the fundamental, to kind of play out. And that is, hopefully Canada can get on board like Mexico. We can start pushing forward through all this, because to me, this is fundamentally driven. This price action is fundamentally driven, but we are in a downtrend technically. But the fact that we've come back up above that, this is a very bullish candle. I'm gonna go to the upside on this one. I'll probably be wrong. We'll probably just range in between here. That'd be the easy call. But the fact that we bounced so hard off of that and that we are above these two high volume areas, we're above this area of resistance, flipped into support, and we're getting a nice push up right now, dude. I'm gonna go to the upside. I think we could be testing around all-time highs by Thursday.
You're not making this easy for me. All right. This is my call, because I like that and I see that with the bullish candle, but this is my call. I think I'm going to stick with my gut and what I'm going to say. Damn, I don't want to get bearish on it, but at the same time,
I know, man. It's hard.
Here's my call. Here's my call for Thursday. I feel like I don't have enough information to make my call right now, but we do this for fun, you guys. We're not betting on these calls. Me and Wes just do this for fun to see how close we'll get. And you're guessing with the 3-day window, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. A lot of shit could happen. But just for fun, let's just say this. What is that level right there? You see the double bottom in our blue zone? You see the double bottom? Can you go to the big W double bottom?
Yeah, right here.
But go to the top of the W, or go to the top of the.
These over here.
Yeah, that double bottom, but go to the top of the middle of that. Not that big green candle, but the top of the W, like in the middle of yeah, right there. What level is that? What is that?
Yeah, right here, right?
No, not that one. Down.
At the next top level of it, right here?
No, down. Right there.
Right here.
Right there. Yeah, what level is that? What is that?
Sorry, guys. We got to work with this lag. Yes. That is that second high volume area that we have marked off. It is 98,000. 98,000.
All right. So this is what I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think by Thursday we go all the way back to the top of the box, but I do think we continue some upside. Okay. I just think that we come down, I'm going to say between 98 and 96. I want to bounce off that blue zone, dude. I want to see a candle close bounce off that zone just at least in the next 2 days, because maybe that's not. But damn, dude, this candle is just ripping, bro. I mean, Wes. Yeah, I think Wes is right, dude. There's so much. We just look at that bullish candle, bro. That's the biggest wick. Crazy. That wick is just insane. But at the same time, all right, this is my guess. I'm gonna give it to you. Like,
we need to get back above this.
I'm gonna say, yeah. I'm going to say we're going to go up to.
That's what we really need to get back above before we can say we flip.
I'm going to say we hit 100 to 101, 102, maybe tomorrow or the next day, and then we come back down for a cool off, and we cool off back around 97,000. That's what I'm going to say by Thursday. 97. I think we go up, we have a cool off, we take some of that candle back.
97.
Yeah. I say we go up in that box you just drew, wick up into it, and then by Thursday we kind of calm back down and we come back down to about 98, 97,000 ish, which is a boring ass call. I know it's nothing exciting, but that's what I think happens over the next.
No,
I think this is
cool,
accumulation, man. Dude. I think this is accumulation.
Right, cool deal.
Well games. Good shit.
Yeah.
Good calls, brother.
Cool deal, man. I got to run and go pick the kiddo up, dude. I like those calls. I think you'll probably end up being right here on this one, but. We'll again, guys, we're just having fun. Not financial advice, obviously. Nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about, guys. We are looking good, man, I think. That is it for me, Sierra. You got anything else, man?
No, just make sure you guys are following at the Crypto Remora on Twitter and run them out.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for being here. We will see y'all on Thursday. Make sure you're following us at the Crypto Remora. Make sure you're following Siri at Siri Crypto and myself at Crypto MacGyver. Much love, and until next time, peace out.